Sup everyone, this is Draco Evolve back yet again with another Manchester United upload, and today's is the match review of between Manchester United and Liverpool, which happened now, which literally just finished not long back, and it ended 1-1. Marcus Rashford got the goal on the 36th minute and Lallana got the goal on the 85th minute. As you guys can see, I'm smiling a lot. Actually, I'm pretty much smiling a lot, but we'll get to that. As always, this is my match review. I'll be talking about the lineups, some stats, the table standings, how well we did, where we went wrong, and also my personal man of the match. This is the lineup. So we lined up in a sort of like a 5-2-1-2 formation. So obviously the three in the center midfield defense, with 4 at the midfield, but Wan-Bissaka Ashlang really played as wing backs, and Andres Pereira played at number 10, which I'll get to obviously, and James and Rashford obviously up front. First of all, well done Ollie. It's not sarcasm, to be honest. It is not sarcasm, it is genuine. I felt Ollie did a fantastic job in preparing this team in a new formation, new tactics, new approach, and practically almost a new lineup, you could say, new personnel as well. And everybody was thinking it's going to be 4-2-3-1, as you'd expect from Ollie, which has happened in the last God knows how many games, but probably Liverpool planned for that, but it wasn't the case. Now, in terms of the tactical approach, it seemed to me that looking at the game, that the wing backs really was used to nullify their wing backs, Trent and Robertson. Now it's respecting this sort of approach, which is fantastic, because them two fullbacks for Liverpool always had high number of assists, right? And the game plan was to nullify them from the get-go. Hey Reese, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for joining in. Smash the like button. So it seems like we lined up there where Wan-Bissaka and Ashley Young nullified the wing backs. They rarely went really forward, just bombing forward like traditional wing backs. Instead, what they did was, as soon as they won the ball, they played it long at the wings, not in the center, because in the center you got Van Dijk and he'll win every single ball in the air, but they played it right through the wings, which enabled Matip and Van Dijk, there's two centre backs, kind of stretch them, because the ball will come through that way and Matip have to run and cover. And it means that Matip was the weak link. They targeted him. And you had a Rashford running at him, Daniel James running at him. And you had Andres Pereira, who played at number 10. We'll get to that. Who played at number 10, kind of coming into the centre, drifting in and out. Andres Pereira, so I have a lot of complaints about him. A lot of you guys had complaints about him, that why is Ollie persistent in playing him on the right wing. I hope today Ollie realizes, like most of us have realized, Andres Pereira's best position is at a number 10, and kudos to him. I'm just gonna say it straight away. My personal man of the match is Andres Pereira. He was everywhere. He was running back, he was tracking back, he was picking up these dangerous balls in between, he was passing, spreading the play. He was a real nuisance for Fabinho. And kudos to Andres Pereira. And look, Ollie, forget Mata, forget Lingard, put Andres Pereira at number 10. He was such a talent in number 10, and you can see, at number 10, Andres Pereira was a beast, as Ashley said. Thank you so much, mate, for dropping in. Hey Rasmus, how you doing, guys? Bro, do you do comedy spotlight now or stop doing it? I have stopped doing it, Reese Gaming, so drop that question. You've asked me that question like 3 times already, but yeah, I've stopped doing that for the time being. I don't plan to do it at all going forward. But anyway, Andres Pereira, he was my personal man of the match. Yes, I should say same amount of the match than Wan-Bissaka and James. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka did really good, and Daniel James worked his socks off. He obviously, got fouled a few times, but he kept going. And I don't know why Sky Sports haven't updated that picture. He's still got Harry Maguire in his Everton, Leicester top, and but it's Sky Sports, isn't it? They can't really have the time to change their team. But yeah, Liverpool played with the traditional 4-3-3. Salah was out for them, but who cares? But let's look at Andres Pereira, right? I'll be right back, guys. I have to go and open the door. Oh, sorry guys. Right back. So yeah, Anders Pereira for me was a man of the match. We know the reasons. I felt McTominay in the second half, he was very tired, and kudos to McTominay and Fred. They worked their socks off. They were playing as a two midfielder, and most of the time they were all, overrun by Liverpool's three-man midfield. But McTominay, I think the last 20 minutes he looked really tired. But Fred had a beastly game, and I'm skeptical about that. Kudos to him. Credit to where credit is due. Fred had a good game, and I praise him for it. But I've seen that before, where Fred had a very good game, and then the next 10 games he's disappeared. Right? Let me just look at some of the comments. Rasmus says Rojo and Young hit shit again. What were you there doing? They shut the bed. Rasmus, they played decent. McTominay with Fred did alright in my eyes. We could have handed the Scousers the first loss of the season, but Young and Rojo had other things in their mind. Now, obviously, let's go to the first goal. If you want to see how to peel off a defender, then you look at that Rashford goal. He went one way, and in the split second, he turned the other way and had Matip left him for dead and slotted it in. That was a fantastic goal, and to be honest with you, credit to us, we pushed as a team, we harried Liverpool, and it was a scrappy game. We never had Liverpool got their games playing. We just pushed them, and it was nice to see. It was very, very nice to see. In terms of Liverpool's goals, I agree with Rasmus that Rojo came in because Tuanzebe was injured in the warm-up, but Rojo, where he was supposed to be marking Lallana, you can see in the highlights where he ran across Maguire and Lindelof into the centre when the ball was coming in, and he didn't even get any connection to it, and that left Lallana, pretty much clear, and Lallana couldn't believe his luck. He just slotted it home. Young was at fault because as soon as Rojo ran off, Young should have picked Lallana up ASAP, and that should be a traditional wing back's job, seeing these sort of dangers. And it was a real kick in the teeth, in a sense that we had Liverpool in the backlash a lot. We looked comfortable 1-0. They were crossing it in, but nothing was happening because we had an extra insurance of an extra central defender, right? And they were crossing it in. They were getting nowhere. Apart from the Firmino chance they had right in the beginning of the first half, they very rarely threatened. They rarely got the game going. We just harried and haggled them and attacked their wings as soon as we got the ball. It's a shame that we lost the goal right at the end, but there is a lot of positive to take from this match. The fact that we played a new system in a short space of time, we adapted that new system, we played new personnel, and the way we played and pushed as a team, it was a really positive sign, rather than seeing a traditional 4-2-3-1 where probably Liverpool prepared for a 4-2-3-1, but they were surprised by us. But I would like to see the second formation, this formation, used more as well going forward, rather than your traditional 4-2-3-1, because what it allowed us to have a solid back three, and that allowed us to have only two central midfielders, which was good because we had a back three at the back protecting them. We had wings covered with Wan-Bissaka and Ashley Young, and we had Andres Pereira and number 10 and James and Rashford peeling off. I don't know how that would line up as soon as Martial comes back, but if Oli goes with that formation, I think we'll get a bit of a success. Ash says, though the whole match did well, to be fair, but after the mistake it went downhill. I want to see Andres in 10 with Pogba and Holding and DM in McTominay. Yeah, I agree with that. I would love to see Andres Pereira and number 10 with Pogba just behind him. I mean, they can really cause havoc, and have McTominay like a 4-3-3 formation, right? Just have McTominay holding and have Pereira on number 10 going up and down, and Pogba just box to box. I think that will be interesting. But yeah, let's have a look at some of the stats before we go into the table. Let me see the stats. We didn't have much of the ball. Obviously, overall possession, Liverpool had most of the possession as expected. They were dominant. They were going in, and everybody, even myself, when I predicted 2-0 yesterday in my match preview, it ended up 1-1. But in terms of shots, both teams didn't have that much of a clear-cut chances. I think there was a bit of a holding your breath moment as soon as Ox took that shot, and he went really close, and Fred also had a decent chance, you could say. But yeah, in terms of the game itself, it wasn't really, it was very scrappy. It wasn't your old game of very high quality football, moving in and out, passing and moving, and possession based. It was more like winning the ball and running at each other's throats, really, and it created an atmosphere. The Old Trafford faithful, The commentator said that United have bought the crowding with them, and it was true. After like 10 minutes, the way we pushed and harried them, the crowd got behind United, and you can see a huge difference in how Liverpool played for a team that's 8 games unbeaten, flying high, to come at Old Trafford and be very scrappy. I mean, we had a bigger challenge against Crystal Palace than Liverpool. It was like the other way around. I'm just spouting facts. It's true. It's true. Come on, you go to a Liverpool fan. Tell me, guys, now. Go to a Liverpool fan and tell them, did they give us a good game? No, they turn around and say, oh, we didn't have Salah. Dude, you're coming up against a shit United team, no Pogba at all, and you're gonna moan about Salah. But anyway, that's the table. It doesn't change too much. We moved up one. After 9 games, it's 10 points. It's still a disaster, but. We took a lot of heart from this game. I think a lot of the people watching the game took a lot of heart. It's just about implementing that style and implementing the bit of momentum, because we got Norwich and Southampton the next few games, and they are bottom of the league. And if we need to get results against them to move up quickly from that position that we are in. Liverpool obviously at top, still unbeaten in the league so far. And we are on 13th at the moment. Let me just have a bit of a look at the chat. I was thinking, Rasmus says, I was thinking of us getting the second goal when Martial came on, but that goal was slap in the face. Martial came on too late. He should have took off James and put Rashford on the left. I think the reason why he took off Rashford is because Rashford was coming back from an injury, and he played in midweek, isn't it, with England, so he was a bit more tired, whereas James had a bit of a big break over the last week or so. So I think that's the reason why James was kept on. And also, I think Rashford staying on and Martial coming on, those are 2 strikers. Both are kind of coming into the fitness. If one of them gets injured again in the last few seconds of the game, then again, it would have been really bad, considering we barely have any other strikers. So I think that was a bit of a protection from Oli. Obviously, Martial came on too late. There wasn't much to be done. I think by that time Liverpool had us pinned back, and we were. You can say we were not happy with the 1-1, but I think we would have taken another goal if it came to us. It's not as if we were just defending and hoofing the ball and them coming at us. It was like more like hoofing the ball, they're coming at us, winning the ball, and we tried to break on the break, right? And which had happened a few times when Liverpool have scored. Their Bloodhound, thanks for joining the chat, buddy. He says Liverpool could have done better. Yes, they could have done better. They should have done better, but they didn't do better, and that's the reason why I don't believe they will be champions. I think in that sense, City is so far ahead in the squad depth, and Liverpool coming in, flying high against a really shit United team. We all know that. Not just a shit United team, but in a team that is devoid of confidence, tactically inept, managers a rookie, and key positions not injured, and they still came out and scraped the goal right at the end, which was our mistake. Rojo coming out and just being a loony as Rojo will be. I think Tuanzebe would have covered that very well, but Rojo, I don't know what he was thinking there. Ashton's Liverpool could have, should have. They didn't deserve it. No, they did not deserve a draw. In all honesty, they didn't have a clear-cut chance. They barely penetrated. I was watching the match. It was 1-0 to us. Last 20-30 minutes to go, and I felt comfortable. It's like Liverpool were huffing and puffing, but wasn't doing much with the ball. And I was starting to feel comfortable that it's actually all right. Whereas most top elite teams, when you're 1-0 up against them and you are kind of back against the wall, you start to get really uneasy because they are cutting through you slowly. Liverpool wasn't really doing that, were they? And for a team, to be high flying, it's facts. I'm spouting facts, isn't it? But anyway, guys, as you can see, I'm a bit smiling. I think a lot of us will be smiling. Everyone expected us to lose, but it's not the fact that we got a 1-1, result against them, a point against a high-flying Liverpool. It's the fact that we can take a lot of heart of how we performed today, how some of the players performed today, and the tactical change, the formation change has had a very positive impact. And I hope, for the love of God, Oli does not go back to a 4-2-3-1 on the next game and have Andres Pereira playing on the right wing. I just hope he gives this formation a chance, because it could be a good formation for us. I'm not saying to scrap the 4-2-3-1 completely, but I think if you're going to be successful, you need to have up 2 or 3 or even 4 different formations that you can use and change on the fly. But anyways guys, make sure you smash the like button. I will be back live streaming this week. I might do a live stream tomorrow. I haven't announced it, so follow me on Twitter. It is at Draco_evolve. You can see it on the screen. I'll update it there and there, and I hope to see you guys, some of you guys in my live stream. Other than that, thank you so much for joining in, and stay farafari.